The pair of programmers wrote the test. They ran it and it was green. They continued to write the next test. And I was like, stop, what are you doing? The test was green. They said, so what? So, in today's video, I want to talk about why red is important when doing TDD, why we always want to see a test fail first. So, the first step of the TDD cycle is red. We write the test and we want to see it fail. But not only that, we want to write a correct test, a test that is already finished, and still want to see it fail. Let's explore why this is important. My name is David, and in this YouTube channel I'm trying to show you techniques and tricks that I use myself and that I teach others to use. I'm currently doing a mini-series on the first two steps of the test-driven development cycle about the steps red and green. And you are watching part 3 of this series, Why Red? By the way, if you like this video, please share it with your friends and followers. That would be awesome. So, I usually insist on seeing a test fail, especially when I teach TDD in trainings. And every now and then someone asks me, why is that so important? Why can't I just write the test that is green and continue? Well, 3 reasons. The first one is to increase trust in my tests. The second is that TDD is not only about testing, and the third one is to challenge my assumptions. So, number 1, increase trust. If we write tests for all our code, should we write tests for our tests? If people ask that, they ask it jokingly, but they have a point. So how can we be sure that our test works, that our test really tests what we expect it to test? Who tests our tests? When I see the test fail at least once, and when I then change a little piece of production code and see the test go from red to green, then I know that the test works right now. And even later down the road, I know that the test worked at least at one point in time, at the point when I wrote it. I know that at this point in time, it really tested what I expected it to test. Reason number 2 is that TDD is not only about testing. TDD is test-driven development. I want to develop software in a test-driven way. The tests are only a byproduct of the software I develop. A very important byproduct, but only a byproduct. The tests are there to show me that the software does not have a feature when I wrote the test, when it was read, and that it then does have the feature after I changed the production code. So the tests are my motivation to write production code and also my measure of progress. Going from red to green documents my progress towards implementing a feature. And reason number 3 is to challenge my assumptions. Suppose I write the test and I write the test that I expect to fail. I run it and the test is green. This shows me that something is fundamentally wrong with my understanding of the current problem, with my mental model about what the code already does or should do. So, if I write the test and it is green from the start, I should revert all my code and go back to thinking and learning about the problem. So, to conclude, the first step in the TDD cycle is red. I want to see a test fail first, and then I want to see it go from red to green without me changing the test. I want to see it go from red to green when I only change production code, not test code. This is important because I want to increase my trust in my tests. When I see the test fail once, then I know that it can fail, that it tests something that I expect it to test. It's also important because TDD is not only about testing, it's about developing software, and the red and green tests are my measure of progress. And third, it's important because I want to challenge my assumptions. I want to learn about my own assumptions and where they are right and they are wrong. And if I write the test and it is green from the start, then I should revert what I just did and go back to learning. So, do you care about red tests? Or do you sometimes write tests that are green from the start? Why do you do that? Did you even ever try TDD? Please tell me in the comments of this video and also ask any questions that you have. Or shoot me a tweet to @detanswer. I'm also trying to answer your questions on Twitter. And if you liked this video, please share it with your friends and followers and subscribe to this channel so you do not miss the next part of this series.